transitioning from high school to college, right? You pick Arizona State over all the other schools. You actually played 13. You played in all the games as a freshman. 13. You got first team freshman All-American. According to FWAA, All-Pac-10 was a couple years later, I believe, 2010. Talk about your time at Arizona State. I see the tattoo. That's dope.
Yep. Yeah. My time at Arizona State was fire. It was fire. I mean, my first true freshman year, coming in as a true freshman with a new head coach, it was a lot of talks about what's going to happen. We put together a very, very exciting, eventful season. You know what I mean? For us to have a brand new head coach coming in, man, we won 10 games. We won 10 games. We were co-Pac-10 champs with SC and Oregon. It was a fun time, bro. It was a fun time. We were ranked as high as number 4 in the country, played Oregon on game day in Autzen.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was tight, bro. It was tight. Played in the Holiday Bowl against Texas. Got worn out.
You guys lost.
Oh, man. Colt McCoy and Jamal Charles.
They were nice.
They was out there running circles on us. Oh, my gosh. But
either way,
incredible experience.
Right.
Fresh into college, I'm like, oh, this is it. And mind you, I just come off of winning 12 games.
Right.
As a senior in high school.
So winning the championship. 12-0 in high school?
We went 12 and 2.
12-2.
We lost 2 games.
Okay.
We lost 2 games early on in the season. I went 12-2, won a championship. Now I get to college, 10-2, Pac-10 championship.
Yeah.
Not Pac-10 championship, but we're
champion.
champions. There was no champ. There was no game at the time, and then we kind of just fell off. That was interesting. We went from 10-2 to 5-6, 6-5.
What happened in those other 2 years that you feel like wasn't where you guys weren't as dominant?
Man.
And did you play with any other NFL players?
Oh yeah. Every year I played with guys that played in the league that got drafted. Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just everything trickles down from the top. You know what I mean? So we don't have the right leadership from seniors or coaches.
Right.
It reflects on the rest of the team. I'm not saying that we didn't have good coaches. I think we had good coaches, but I think that at times the senior class may not have been able to lead the way that they were supposed to. Or step up and make plays the way that they were supposed to when we needed them. Even sometimes myself too. Because I was a key component from early. You know what I mean? So I'm one of the even though I'm young.
Right. Well, you started after freshman year.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm one of the leaders early. It's tough. It was tough. I don't know. I haven't had time to. I never reflected back on damn, how come we weren't good those years and why we were good those 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe too. Also, no one was expecting us to be good.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that because Arizona State, at least I know the landscape's changed a lot, obviously, with realignment and all that. But I feel like Arizona State, it's definitely a power forward, top-notch school. But it's when you think of, the nationally, who's competing for a national championship, you're thinking, obviously, Alabama,
LSU,
Clemson, LSU, Ohio State, you know what I'm saying? Arizona State's good, but it's
No, you're never talking about them competing in the conversation. Right.
What was that like when y'all were ranked number 4 and y'all are, I'm assuming, creeping up on that conversation?
Yeah.
What was that time like? And did y'all lose a game or something that made y'all
we lost to Oregon.
Right, okay.
We lost to Oregon. They were number 5, we were number 4.
Oh, okay. So y'all both were undefeated, probably?
We were both undefeated at the time. They were coming off of beating SC, and we were coming off of beating Cal. Cal had Deshaun Jackson at the time.
Aaron Rodgers, or was that?
Nah.
Marshawn, maybe? No.
I didn't play against Marshawn either. I forget who their quarterback was. I just remember D-Jack was there.
Yeah.
And it was. I just remember it being a big game. It being a big game for us at home. It was huge. But we beat them the week before, and Oregon had just beat SC barely in a big game in Oregon.
So it's kind of whoever wins this.
Whoever wins this probably based off of this may have a chance of going to the national championship.
Right. Yeah.
If obviously Rose Bowl for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
BCS Bowl
for sure. Yeah, that was a tight time. That was a tight time. Yeah, we ended up losing to Oregon.
Was it a close game? It was on the road, so that's tough in Oregon.
It was on the road. I feel so bad, bruh. Dennis Dixon was having a Heisman campaign, bruh. He tore his ACL that game off of a tackle that I made on him. Yeah, that bothered me.
Yeah.
That bothered me. As a young player, that bothered me, though. You know what I mean? Because I'm watching this dude every week. I'm like, bro, he probably won the Heisman. And then to just doing a routine tackle, I'm like, man, this dude tore his ACL off of that. That was really disappointing to be a part of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they still end up winning that game, bro.
Yeah.
They still end up beating us in that game.
Was it close though, or was it pretty? Is it a decent margin?
I think it was a decent margin. I think they might have beat us by like 14.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it was probably out of reach before that 14.
Do you think y'all could have maybe beat them if it was in Arizona?
I think we would have had a better shot. I don't know if we would have beat them, to be honest.
Fair enough. Oregon was really good.
I think they were just. I think honestly they were just a better team than us. Yeah. They were a better team.
LaMichael James. I'm a little younger, maybe, so I probably LaMichael James. I was a little after.
Right. So LaMichael James was. This is Jay Stu. Yeah. Okay. Jay Stu. Jonathan Stewart. Okay. Not James Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan Stewart was their running back. Yeah. Jonathan Stewart, and then LaMichael was next. LaMichael was next.
Jonathan Stewart, I think he played for the Panthers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I watch too much football.
Yep. No, that's good. You know your stuff.
10-2, you kind of the team's kind of struggling the next couple of years. Were there any like notable players you played with? You know what I'm saying, at Arizona State that picked up some gems from or anything like that?
Some gems, man. I learned a lot from a player named Troy Nolan. Troy Nolan was the starting safety for 2 seasons. I played with him before he went on and got drafted by Houston. And I can't really remember like a particular phrase or anything, that he taught me. More like the intangibles that I took from him from just watching
like actions
him.
And stuff.
Like just how to lead, just how to like do your work, like be on time. Like Troy was the first person that I ever was like, oh, he moves like a pro and he's a college athlete. Like he just shows up ready. Like he was showing up to the facility dressed. Even guys was wearing flip flops and basketball shorts, and not that he couldn't do that, and not that it was it was like, oh man, he getting dressed up. It's like he just took it
more serious.
He just took it more serious. You know what I mean? I could just tell the way that he studied, the way he prepared. You know what I mean? Even to the way that he played injured. Like I was like, this dude's a pro. You know what I mean? I took that from. When I was around that, I was like, this is what I want to be. You know what I mean? When guys leave Arizona State from being around me, I want them to say, man, they took that from me, because I took that from him. You know what I mean? That was a special dude to me. Still is a special guy to me. You know what I mean? He's no longer in sports, obviously, but yeah, Troy Nolan was one of those guys for me. But I played around some other dope guys, man. Kyle Williams, which was a wide receiver who used to give me trouble, at Arizona State. Vontaze Burfict was one of my favorite players playing with, you know what I mean? A lot of people, deemed him as immature, which he may have been for sure, but
that hit right on AB, or is that someone else?
Yeah. But dude, just like his IQ was off the charts, man. Just like his intensity. He was like the player that you don't want to play against, but you're like, man, I'm so glad this dude is on my team. Yeah. You playing with Brock Osweiler was fun.
And then obviously your teammates.
And then playing with him here. Yeah. Guys that didn't have like crazy NFL careers, but Jarrell Robinson that I played with at Arizona, and we came to Denver together too.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I ran a lot of dope talent.
Let's move into the